So our hybrid room is really cutting-edge technology in terms of what's necessary for today's vascular surgeries and even some cardiac procedures. We've built in an imaging system right into the operating room, so we no longer have to wheel in lots of other equipment.
Sometimes in the past we would have to do a imaging procedure in one part of the building, and then we would bring them up to surgery to do the second part.
Cardiologists used to do their work in their cath labs, and radiologists does their work in the radiology suites, and the surgeons, we operate in the operating room. With this room, we have that capability to have all those specialists coming in one room.
So there's no delay and downtime for the patient while they're under anesthesia.
With the advances in medicine, the procedures that were coming up nowadays involve more than one specialty.
Hybrid room is something that we see in some of the hospitals at university centers. Well, we've brought that here to Quincy.
Patients used to have to travel to St. Louis, or even if they could do the procedure here, we'd have to move them downstairs to the imaging department and then back up to the operating room.
The main focus for me when the patient is underneath the imaging system is to be looking at the monitor. We have anesthesia that will be on one side or the other, monitoring the patient. The nice thing here is that I have all the controls at my fingertips where we can maneuver the table. The C-arm, now we have a fixed unit, the Siemens Artis Zigo, and it has the capability to park itself or become a very low profile device in the room, but off into the corner. And then with one push of the button, it can come out and cover the patient from head to toe.
We are extraordinarily excited about this room. First of all, it increases the capacity to do operations at Blessing, which we are becoming such a busy regional trauma center that capacity is important.
Both general surgery trauma as well as orthopedic trauma, and those two surgery groups have a lot of equipment in the room for those traumas that come in.
Trauma surgery today is so technical in orthopedics that we often have 30 square feet of back table of implants.
And in our current ORs, it was just a little tight.
This room is incredibly spacious, and that's not just a luxury. It means that all of those pieces of equipment and people to run them move easily. They move without getting near walls or the patient or a screen. It's a true multi-purpose room designed at the highest standards for every type of surgery we want to do within it. It's unique in its design in that it has been designed to reverse. We've got the bed set up with our anesthesia equipment here, meaning the patient's head would be here. This would be a setup for a patient with a left-sided broken arm, broken leg, etc. The moving x-ray would be coming in from this side of the bed, meaning that that is closest to the door, and the patient's injury is farthest away from the door. Again, all done to control infection. But what about the patient who has a right ankle fracture or a right arm? We literally reverse the room. That's better for safety, that's better for infection control, and there's a wonderful human element that I think we all like to work in a very comfortable, non-crowded environment. And this room is sort of nirvana in terms of being this wonderful, open, beautiful space.
It's the demonstration of Blessing Hospital's commitment to surgical services by such a large investment in these two rooms, and I think they will show well not only to the surgeons but also to staff that might be looking at us for potential employment.
Having a state-of-the-art technology room in our community speaks about the commitment of the board to our mission, which is to provide the excellent care and to improve the health of the community.